Hello everybody, I'm Mox and welcome to another mock review. Now finally, I've decided to get around to reviewing one of the other contest winners' mocks, or my own versions of their mocks, and this is Gore-rath, the Geomancer, I believe his name was. Now I don't actually have my phone, so if I mess up any information, I'm sorry, I can't read up any information while doing the review, so unfortunately it's just gonna have to be like this. But yeah, here he is. Let's just get right into the review. So what we have here is one of the winners or runner-ups of my mock contest, which I'm already at 500, and that was like a 400 contest, so it's been a while. Then I've been meaning to put out this review for a long time, and sorry if there's background noise. I'm just trying to. There's a lot going on right now, and I'm trying to get this done, and I just figured, hey, let's do it. So this was one of the mock contest winners, and I loved this. I love the concept of a giant alien robot, a giant alien creature thing, because I need more creatures. So what we see here is that this guy's actually really big. He's decently big. I don't have Renzo yet. Well, I'll show you for a size comparison a little bit later, but he is generally very big, and even if I turn him around on his side, he's very thick and beefy, and the build is not exactly 100% like the official mock. I had to take some liberties on the back here, mostly because I just didn't know how that build was going to go. And I had to substitute a lot of the red for trans orange, just something that happened. Honestly, my least favorite part of the mock would be the legs. The legs just feel kind of boring to me. I just don't really enjoy the look of them too much. But they're done well for a giant monster thing. I'm going to try not to make this guy fall over. There's a look at them. Really simple, very long. They get the job done. And he's got this big body. Now, the idea was that he was supposed to be built around one of those microfighter planet things, not microfighters, but it was one of those Star Wars planet things, and there would be one inside of his body. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have one of those, so I just kind of went ahead and made the frame. I think I did a decent job at replicating it for the most part. Obviously, there's a lot wrong with this guy, but could have been so much worse. There's a lot that comes off of him, too. You can lift these up. You can lift his arm. I mean, you can move these out or whatever, so there's a lot that you can do with this guy. He's very expressive, and I had to take out some of the tentacles that were on him, but that was just because, you know, there was a lot going on, and I just couldn't replicate the entire look of that. So looking at him, very full. He's got this really cool head. I've always really enjoyed the look of the head. Mine's wrong, but I did my best to replicate it. It can't really move too well. I mean, yeah, it can move up and down, but side to side. It's got the neck. Only the neck can move, but the actual head itself, no bueno. The individual mandibles move out, making a very devastating, creepy-looking character. Just overall, really beefy character. Really weird arms, but I love them. You know, you can get a lot of articulation out of that. Just overall, a really good presence. He stands out quite a lot. He's very unique. He's got a very good shape in contact with the Renzo characters. He fits right in. He's very weird, and so I will have to admit I changed a lot of his personality. Originally, this was supposed to be an individual character. Unfortunately, I just don't have time to develop a character like this. So I figured, hey, let's just make him a species and just have the species be a very occurring thing in the Renzo universe. So sorry about the changes, 24 gigawatts. I just had to make some changes to work more in the context of my series. It's been a while since I've done a review. I'm a little off. This review has been built up for a while. He's got a little bit of a weird thing going on with his chest. It can open up a little bit. You can fit some stuff. I imagine he like eats stuff or whatever. So part of my changes for this guy was the fact that he would be, essentially he'd be able to swallow like energy rather than just planets. And these guys can grow. The idea is that they can go from actual mock scale, when I show off Renzo, to in scale with the ships, which means they get really, really big. And it's not just a sudden snap. It's not like that. It's more like a slow sort of slow sort of process of them building up. Basically, you know, it starts off and it's like this really, it's this large creature. It's not massive, but it's large, and then it will like inflate to this gigantic creature. So, yeah, it's a weird concept. Again, I had to make some liberties while building it, mostly because I didn't know how to build it, so there's a lot of random techniques put in there. I am also making this video just so I know how to build him if I ever take him apart again, which I fear will happen sooner than later. But yeah, really nice mock. I actually really like this guy. So here you can see the insane difference of size between Renzo and a Geomancer, or it's just insane. You think that's big enough? It's weird. It's not as big on camera. It looks way smaller than it is on camera. But here is the length of Renzo's ship. That is freaking tiny. So that's how big they can get, which means they get really big. Not the size of a planet, but decently very large. So it's going to be fun to play with that scale in Renzo. Really just to get... You're going to have a lot of fun fight scenes, I hope, with these guys, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, that was just a quick size comparison there. So overall, I love Gore-rath. Again, I don't think he'll be an individual character. I don't have time to create enough backstory for this individual character. I'm already balancing a bunch of other main villains for the contest, so he's probably just going to be a species referred to as a Geomancer, or if I really have to, I will just change the species to a Gore-rath. But I just love the look of this guy. He's insanely massive. He's he's hulky. He really is this bulky looking brute, which is perfect. And you really get the sense that they could exist in both scales, which is awesome. I can't wait to use one of them. I don't know when I'm going to use one of them, but I'm hoping to use one soon. And if I do, it's going to be a very big deal, considering how big and massive this thing is. But thank you so much, 24 Gigawatts, for entering the contest initially. I had a blast making this mock, and I had a blast building him. I had fun reviewing him, so yeah. Again, sorry if I sound off. It's been a while since I've done a mock review, so I'm a little tired or whatnot. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Renzo Mox, and hopefully more mock reviews coming soon. Not sure, but hopefully. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Renzo Mox, and goodbye.